Hey everyone, welcome back. Today, we're really going to roll up our sleeves and dig into a career path that's all about taking those big, ambitious engineering concepts, the ones that make you go, whoa, and turning them into actual real-world things.
That's right. We're talking about the often unsung heroes behind those impressive engineering feats, the ones who ensure those blueprints transform into those awe-inspiring bridges and structures.
Exactly. We're doing a deep dive into the world of engineering assistance.
A role that's so crucial, yet many don't fully grasp what it entails until they've actually witnessed an engineering assistant in action.
So true. So let's break it down. If you're thinking about this career path, what's a typical day actually look like for an engineering assistant? What are they doing, like hour to hour?
Picture this. You're the vital link, the bridge, if you will, between that grand vision for a project, those initial sparks of inspiration, and the meticulous, detail-oriented work that brings it all together.
I like that, the bridge between vision and execution.
You're managing files, ensuring every technical detail is organized, meticulously labeled.
So the engineers can find exactly what they need in a snap.
You've got it. You might even find yourself assisting with experiments, gathering data out in the field.
Wow, so not just an office job then.
Definitely not. Some days you might be on a bustling construction site, other days in a high-tech lab.
That's a lot of variety.
And depending on the project, you might even find yourself traveling to different regions.
So a good mix of hands-on technical work and organization then.
Absolutely. You need a solid understanding of those core engineering principles, but you're also a master organizer, a communicator, a true team player. You'll be collaborating with everyone, engineers, project managers, sometimes even clients.
It's like you're the hub, making sure everything runs smoothly.
Exactly.
Okay, so speaking of running smoothly, let's talk work environment. Where do engineering assistants typically find themselves on a daily basis? We've touched on it a bit, but paint the picture for our listeners.
The most common settings are offices, of course, and those labs we talked about. But here's where the excitement comes in. Think construction sites, industrial facilities, maybe even manufacturing plants, depending on the industry and project.
Okay, so definitely not your average desk job. Now, let's get real for a moment. For someone considering this career path, what are the real pros and cons? Let's give our listeners the full picture.
Okay, well, a major pro is the incredible hands-on experience. You're not just reading about these amazing engineering projects, you're directly involved in making them a reality, contributing to real-world
And
solutions.
that must be so rewarding.
It really is.
Mm,
And as we talked about, those varied work environments from offices to those dynamic field locations, it keeps things exciting.
I can imagine. But you did mention potential travel, and it sounds like a fast-paced field.
Right.
What about the downsides? What should someone be aware of before diving in?
That's a great point. You're right, it can be demanding at times. Longer work hours are definitely something to consider, especially as deadlines approach.
Because these projects, they demand dedication, right?
They do. Engineering projects often require going above and beyond the typical 9 to 5.
But those extra hours, they're often driven by a passion for the project itself, a desire to see it come to fruition. Would you say that's accurate?
You're exactly right. These are the kind of projects that attract people who thrive on seeing those aha moments, those big ideas come to life.
And I bet those efforts are rewarded not just financially, but in terms of the experience you gain, the reputation you build.
Absolutely. And in the potential for career growth. Which brings us to our next point, how to actually launch a career as an engineering assistant.
Yes.
Yeah.
What are those first steps? What does it take to go from aspiring assistant to a seasoned pro in the field?
Well, even before landing that first official job title, practical experience is gold.
Internships, I imagine.
Absolutely, internships are fantastic.
Yeah.
But think even broader. Volunteer work, especially for engineering-related projects or organizations, or even joining clubs at a university or in your community while you're studying.
It's all about showing potential employers that you're serious, you're eager, you've got some hands-on experience under your belt.
Exactly. It shows initiative, a genuine passion for engineering.
All right, it's interview time. That next big step in your engineering journey, and we're going to help you ace it.
It's all about showcasing your passion and your skills. Think of it as a conversation, not an interrogation.
Right, you're there to share your experiences, highlight what you bring to the table. So let's simulate that environment right now. Imagine you're walking into that interview room, confident, prepared. First question, can you describe your experience with CAD software?
Here's where your technical knowledge really shines. They want to know you're comfortable in that digital world, using industry standard software like AutoCAD or SolidWorks, creating those technical drawings.
So more than just knowing what CAD is, right?
Right. You need to articulate your hands-on experience. What software are you proficient in? Have you used it to design anything specific? Those are the details they're looking for.
Got it. So it's about painting a picture with your words, showing them, not just telling them. Okay, what's next on our interview prep list?
Get ready to showcase your organizational skills. How do you prioritize tasks when given multiple projects?
Ah, the juggling act. A classic test. I bet that's something engineering assistants deal with a lot.
All the time. Employers need to know you can handle multiple deadlines, shifting priorities, and stay organized under pressure.
So how should someone answer that effectively? Just saying I'm organized probably isn't enough.
Definitely not. This is where concrete examples are key. Think of a time you successfully managed multiple projects or deadlines. What strategies did you use? Did you use any specific tools or methods?
Like project management software or a Kanban board.
Exactly. Show them you're proactive, organized, and constantly looking for ways to improve your workflow.
Okay, hit me with another one. I'm ready to put my interviewee hat back on.
All right, this one goes to the heart of precision. How do you ensure accuracy in your work?
Engineering is all about precision. Even the smallest error can have a ripple effect.
That's right. This is your chance to showcase your meticulous approach. Talk about your system for double-checking calculations, reviewing documents. Do you have a go-to method?
A checklist, maybe? Or a specific software tool for quality control.
Those are great examples. The key is to demonstrate that you take accuracy seriously. You understand that in this field, details matter.
And that you have a system for catching those small errors before they become big problems. Okay, what else might they throw our way?
Be prepared to discuss a time you had to troubleshoot a technical issue. Tell me about a time you faced a challenge. How did you overcome it?
Ah, yes, the dreaded tell me about a time you failed question, but framed a little more positively.
Exactly. They're not looking for perfection. They're looking for resilience, problem-solving skills.
So how should someone approach this kind of question?
Think of a specific technical challenge you faced. Walk them through your thought process. How did you identify the issue? What steps did you take to resolve it? Did you have to consult resources, collaborate with others?
It's about showcasing your analytical thinking, that ability to break down a problem and find a solution, even under pressure.
Exactly. Did you come up with a creative workaround? Did you learn a valuable lesson from that experience? Highlight those aspects.
Okay, that makes sense. I'm ready for the next challenge.
Mm.
What else do we need to be prepared for?
This one's all about the bigger picture. Can you describe your experience with project management?
Even as an assistant, you're still very much a part of that entire project lifecycle, right?
Absolutely. Employers want to know you understand how projects work, from those initial plans to execution.
So even if you haven't led a project from A to Z, you can still talk about your experiences, right?
Absolutely. Have you worked within project timelines, coordinated tasks, used any project management software? Highlight those experiences.
Okay, taking notes. This is incredibly helpful. It's amazing how these interview questions can seem daunting, but when you break them down, they're really just opportunities to tell your story.
You got it. It's about connecting the dots for them, showcasing your skills, your experience, and your passion for engineering.
Well said. Let's keep this momentum going. What's next?
This one focuses on those all-important teamwork skills. Can you describe a time you had to collaborate with other departments or teams?
Ah, yes, because engineering is rarely a solo endeavor, is it? It's all about collaboration.
You got it. Engineers work with designers, technicians, project managers. Communication is key.
So how do you recommend someone answers this type of question?
Think of a time you worked effectively as part of a team. Share a compelling story that highlights your communication skills, your ability to navigate different perspectives.
So instead of just saying, I'm a team player, give us a specific example of how you've successfully collaborated in the past.
Exactly. Show them. Don't just tell them.
All right, hit me with another one. I'm starting to get the hang of this.
All right. Be ready for this pressure cooker scenario. Can you describe a time when you had to work under a tight deadline?
The deadline question. In engineering, deadlines are practically part of the job description.
Exactly. And they're not just looking for someone who can meet deadlines. They're looking for someone who can handle the pressure that comes with it.
So how do you showcase that ability to stay calm, focused, and deliver under pressure?
Again, it's all about those concrete examples. Share a time when you successfully managed a tight deadline. Walk them through your process. Did you have to prioritize certain tasks? Did you stay late to ensure everything was completed to the highest standard?
It's about showing them you can handle the heat, that you don't crack under pressure.
Exactly. Show them you're the one they want on their team when things get tough.
All right, that makes sense. What else? Give me another challenge.
Okay, here's one that often throws people off. Can you describe your experience managing a team of engineers?
Wait, managing, but we're talking about an engineering assistant role, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't usually involve managing a team.
And that's precisely why they ask this question. They're looking for leadership potential, even if it's not in a formal management role.
So how do you answer that question if you haven't officially managed a team before?
Think about times you've shown initiative, offered guidance, or mentored a colleague.
Even in those small moments, there's leadership, right?
Exactly. Have you ever taken the lead on a project, even if it was just a small one? Have you mentored a new team member? Those experiences count.
This is so helpful. It's amazing how these seemingly simple questions can reveal so much.
They really do. It's about reading between the lines, understanding what those questions are really getting at.
All right, one last question before we shift gears. What other curveballs might they throw our way? I want to be ready for anything.
This one seems straightforward, but it's your chance to really stand out. Why do you want to work for this company?
Why us? The classic question. It seems simple, but it's so easy to give a generic answer that doesn't leave a lasting impression.
Right. The key here is research. Before you even step into that interview room, learn about the company.
What projects are they working on? What's their company culture like? Those are good starting points.
Exactly. Tailor your answer to the specific company. Show them you've done your homework and that you're genuinely interested in being part of their team.
So instead of just saying, I'm impressed by your work, I could say something like, I was particularly excited to learn about your recent project using sustainable materials to construct that pedestrian bridge downtown. That really resonates with my own passion for green engineering.
No, that's a memorable answer. It shows you're not just looking for any job. You're looking for the right fit. You're looking for a company whose values align with your own.
This has been incredibly insightful. I feel much more prepared for those tough interview questions.
And remember, preparation breeds confidence. The more you practice, the more comfortable you'll feel walking into that interview room. But beyond all the tips and tricks, the most important thing is to be yourself.
I love that. Be authentic, be enthusiastic, and let your passion for engineering shine through.
Exactly. Now, before we shift gears and look ahead at the future of this exciting field, let's take a quick pause and recap those key interview takeaways.
All right, time for a quick recap of those interview must-haves. We covered some great strategies for showcasing those in-demand skills, from your technical prowess with CAD software to navigating tight deadlines and handling those curveball questions with confidence.
It's all about connecting those dots for them, showing how your passions, skills, and experiences make you the ideal candidate.
Absolutely. Preparation is key, knowing the questions, practicing your answers. It's like having a cheat sheet for interview success.
It's like having blueprints for acing that interview. But beyond all the prep, let that enthusiasm shine through. People can really feel it when you're genuinely passionate.
So true. Okay, let's shift gears from interview mode and look at what the future holds for this exciting field. The world of engineering is always changing, and keeping pace with those advancements is crucial.
Absolutely. And one of the biggest game changers is the rise of automation and artificial intelligence. We're seeing it everywhere these days, and engineering is no exception.
AI seems to be the buzzword on everyone's mind these days. But how will it actually impact the work, the day-to-day tasks, and even the career trajectory of a future engineering assistant? It's a big question.
It's a common concern, right? Will AI replace jobs? And while it's true that some tasks might become automated, it also opens up exciting new opportunities. Think of it this way. As AI takes over some of those more routine tasks like data entry or basic calculations, it frees up engineering assistants to focus on more specialized, more strategic, and even more creative aspects of their work.
So instead of being replaced, it's more about collaboration, working alongside AI, almost like having a high-tech assistant of your own.
Exactly. Imagine using AI-powered design software to optimize a structure, analyzing data from automated sensors, even programming robots to assist with those complex tasks. These are just a few examples of how AI will redefine the role.
It's like having a superpower. But it also requires a shift in mindset, right? Embracing those changes, being adaptable, and continuously learning those new technologies.
You've got it. The engineering assistants of tomorrow will be tech-savvy, adaptable, and ready to leverage those advancements to their advantage.
It's not about fearing the robots, but about learning to work alongside them, using those tools to create even more incredible things.
Absolutely. Okay, ready for another major trend shaping the future.
Hit me with it.
Sustainability. It's no longer an afterthought, it's a core principle driving innovation in engineering.
Sustainability is huge these days, and it's only going to become more important. But what does it actually mean for the work of an engineering assistant? What kind of projects might they find themselves contributing to?
Picture this. You're an engineering assistant on a project to design a net zero energy skyscraper, a building that generates as much energy as it consumes.
Wow. Talk about a resume builder.
Right, or imagine working on a bridge constructed using innovative, sustainable materials that minimize environmental impact. These are just a few examples of the incredible projects on the horizon.
It's not just about what we build anymore, but how we build it.
You've got it. Engineering assistants will be involved in every stage, from conducting energy audits and analyzing the environmental impact of different designs to ensuring sustainability is woven into those project plans.
It's inspiring to think about. It's about creating a greener, more sustainable future, and engineering assistants are on the front lines of that change.
It's a career path where you can truly make a difference, and that's incredibly rewarding.
It really is. Now, as much as we'd love to keep exploring, we've reached the end of our deep dive. But before we go, we want to leave you with a final, thought-provoking question to ponder as you embark on your engineering journey.
A little something to spark that curiosity, right?
Exactly. So, here it is. As technology continues to advance at this incredible pace, how do you envision the role of human judgment, critical thinking, and intuition evolving within the field of engineering? And how might engineering assistants, those vital links between ideas and execution, contribute to that evolution?
Now that's a question that really gets you thinking.
Because even with all the automation in the world, engineering is still a deeply human endeavor.
Absolutely. It's about using our knowledge, our creativity to solve problems and make the world a better place.
And who knows, maybe one of our listeners will be the one to develop that next game-changing tool, that innovative process, or that ingenious solution that revolutionizes the world of engineering assistance.
There you go. That's what we love to see.
And on that note, we've reached the end of our deep dive into the world of engineering assistance. We hope you found it informative, engaging, and inspiring. If you're considering this career path, take that leap, build your skills, ask questions, and never stop learning.
The world of engineering is waiting for you.
That's a wrap. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep reaching for those ambitious goals.